Cancer Crab. So you have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So the Four of Cups is about how you try to get to know others, but the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords is about when you did try to get to know some others, they were pompous, right? They were very much so pompous. They were arrogant. And what I mean by that is you were just never good enough, right? According to them. You were never good enough, according to them. And you Cancers have to understand that that's one of the things that someone will do to try to break your spirit and get on your nerves and frustrate you and get you to be cookie cutter and start thinking and moving like a lot of other people. And the reason why it is that I'm saying that in the first place is because the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, right? Because you Cancers would give them pushback and try to get to the bottom of why is it that they were acting like that in the first place. And the things that they may have said to you made no sense, right? They were trying to blame everything on you, and it made absolutely no sense. And it doesn't make any kind of sense. More than likely it's because they were actually pushing off their own flaws and their own insecurities onto you, which there's no point in doing that because you're still going to have the flaws at the end of the day. So it's stupid. But you Cancer Crabs, right? Queen of Swords, right? This is this person trying to push off their insecurities onto you. And you Cancer Crabs had a shield, which is your sword. And you wasn't going to allow people to, or anyone, to talk about you disrespectfully. You wasn't going to allow it. So the Eight of Pentacles is about you Cancers are rebuilding yourself. You're rebuilding your self-respect because people will try to tear down that level of self-respect that you have if you let them do it. So a lot of you Cancers understand that it's not really within your best interest to allow people to tear you down. So now you're doing the Capricorn thing. You Cancers are doing the Capricorn thing, working. You're going to put your nose to the grindstone and grind. You're going to get to the bag. But it really depends on you Cancers having to understand that you will have to make certain sacrifices if you are going to get to the bag. Your relationships may end up being put to a strain, right? Because with Cancer Crabs, that's the kind of, with Cancer Crabs and Capricorn, that's the conundrum. The idea that you really are supposed to really, because it's a sacrifice of work versus love, right? Work versus love. What it is that you think that you need to do in work, and why love is a part of work. Because you don't necessarily, according to you Cancers don't necessarily get what it is that you want. And you're right to a certain extent, right? You know, people should be way more kind to you than what it is that they normally are. But the problem though is that y'all being the opposite sign of Capricorns, that can come with the price. Because that's what Capricorn is about. But what Capricorn and you Cancers don't necessarily really understand about it is, with that type of energy, that work and play, that love versus love of the job. What a lot of you Cancers really don't understand about that is, what you're supposed to be doing is create the balance between work / career and duties and playtime, right? Because they say it all the time, all work and no play makes you dull. But too much play, right? Too much playtime can end up making you weak because you may want everything easy. So you Cancers, right? You Cancers are ruled by the moon. So y'all get way more leniency to be able to live out the elements of Capricorn that Capricorn may never get a chance to, right? Because with the Capricorn, a Capricorn has to, which is your opposite sign, a Capricorn has to put their nose to the grindstone and grind, sacrifice relationships, sacrifice happiness. And with you, Cancer Crabs, y'all think that that's something that a lot of you have to do. And in actuality, really, it's not. What you Cancer Crabs can do is, you Cancers are supposed to figure out that balance between work life and home life. And, and i.e. the things that you enjoy, right? Work versus the things that you enjoy, whether it's family, your free time, whatever it is that you enjoy, with whom you enjoy spending that with. You're supposed to create those priorities in your life and understand when and where to actually exhibit them. Because now the Ace of Swords now represents how, again, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, you will be sacrificing your relationships if you Cancer Crabs decide that you're going to grind, get to a bag. Because work naturally is a deterrent from meeting someone. Obviously, it's not a social gathering. You're not trying to get to know somebody. It's just that you're trying to get money. You're trying to do a job, right? You're playing your position, regardless of whatever the position may be, right? So when you're doing that, it's kind of difficult for you to get to know somebody on a personal level, their likes and their dislikes. So the thing is that the Magician and the Moon, if you Cancer Crabs are okay with that, right? Having to sacrifice, even when you don't have to, then that's what it is that you'll end up doing. But if you Cancer Crabs don't want to sacrifice, you do not have to. You do not have to sacrifice. And that's what the Magician represents. That's the magic trick. Well, it's not even a trick, really. It's just magic. You don't have to sacrifice. How you go about living your love life out and putting your nose to the grindstone, right? Grinding it out, making your money, is by understanding priorities, right? What you really want to do is, you Cancer Crabs really want to put yourself in a position where you have to work on your priorities. You get time to work on your health, right? Work on your connection to the Most High, whatever it is that you think it is. Work on your health, work on your finances, work on your relationships, right? And the thing about you Cancer Crabs is that, and this is the thing that a lot of you Cancers don't necessarily understand, right? Is that the best way for you to get everything done in a day, because Cancer, y'all can feel like y'all can't get everything done in a day. Well, the best way for you to get as much as you can done in a day is for you Cancers to ultimately understand that there is no such thing as off time. There is no such thing as a clock for you. You're always on. It's just that matter of, you have to put priorities where those priorities are. So it's not about time. It's not about time anymore, right? It's not about categorizing different elements of your day, and then when it gets off, it gets off. After a certain amount of time, now you off the clock. No, you're always going to be on. But it's a matter of prioritizing. Are you prioritizing rest at this time? Are you prioritizing getting to know somebody at this time? Are you prioritizing your health at this time? Are you prioritizing your money at this time? That's what it's about more than the time, because you're never going to be off. It's just you're the opposite sign of Capricorn, so you're never going to be off. Capricorn rules over time. So now the Moon now represents, so there's a lot of ghosting. There's a lot of you Capricorn setting the record straight, right? Figuring out the people that you want in your life. And if you don't want them, then pretty much you're not really going to make them a priority. And that's what it's about. It's about priorities. So let's clarify the Magician. The Five of Wands, the Moon, you see? The Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, right. The Five of Wands and the Moon, again, you're going to prioritize the people that you need to prioritize. And if they shouldn't be prioritized, you're not going to be around them. You're just going to excommunicate them from your life. The Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords, because you don't have any time for it. So a lot of you Cancers are really doing something very powerful. You just don't know what it is that you're doing. You're excommunicating all of the people in your life that hold you back, and all of the situations in your life that hold you back, so you can dedicate yourself to something and someone more valuable, right? An idea, an ideal, you. That's what it is that you're going after. And the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords represents this big change that you have created in your own life. You set off a brand new chain of events, Cancer, because now this is where it is that your reality begins to change, right? In a very different or an abrupt or a fast-paced way. So that's pretty much it. For the better, of course, for the better. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. Right now I have 92, 93. Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.